I think Tinubu is beginning to see the handwriting on the wall, and it's clearer. But one thing about all these politicians is that they are so optimistic, even in the face of failure. That is what they do exactly, but they wouldn't want to give their supporters that kind of impression that they are losing out or they are discouraged. And we've been hearing a lot of back and forth things happening in APC before the primaries. I think in a few days' time they'll be holding their primaries, and we've been hearing, oh, this is a what they talked about is going to be zoned to this region or the other region. But as it is, some people are saying, oh, Tinubu is going to get the ticket, but himself knows that there are a lot of people working against him, even in the party, working against him even in the party. And now the latest we've had is that the presidency is going to be zoned to northeast, which we don't know if it is true, but it seems it's true because Tinubu Media Team, a support group for the presidential ambition of the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Tinubu, has rejected calls for a consensus presidential candidate for the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). The group also rejected the reports of possible zoning of the presidential ticket of the ruling party to the northeast region. You see what I'm saying? So they themselves, they are aware of the game that they are playing. But it's just unfortunate that when Tinubu was supporting Buhari then, they didn't have a concrete agreement. It was just a gentleman agreement. And he was warned that these people, the journey that you are embarking on is it's not going to favor you at the end of the day. Well, he threw all of those warnings and advice to the bin because he believes that he's so smart, because they always praise him that he's a professor in politics and all of that. And the worst part of it is that all the people he groomed that he thinks that at this junction, because he said this president of a thing has been what he's been longing to get. So I think that was why he was building all those people, trying to woo them, trying to whatever. But now that he now needs them, they are nowhere to be found. Believe you me, all those people who are running after him now, they are just running after him because of his money. We have a lot of things. He has a lot of baggages that he's carrying, but because of what they want to get from him, they are still urging him on. Convener of the group, Mohammed Doka, stated this during a press briefing in Abuja on Wednesday. There are speculations that the APC may consider the adoption of consensus candidates for the 2023 presidential election. There are about 22 presidential aspirants on the platform of the APC after the withdrawal of about 4 of them. Those who withdrew are the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngigi, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timre Silva, President of the African Development Bank, AFDB, Akinwumi Adesina, and a businessman, Gbenga Olawape Hashim. Others got the expression of interest and nomination forms but did not return them before the deadline for submission. The party has yet to zone its presidential ticket. The aspirants are from different parts of the country. Mr. Duka said Mr. Tinubu is ready for indirect primary election. He stated that the majority of APC members favor the indirect primary system. Hence the clamor by the group for the mode. The mode of primary will be indirect primary. We are against consensus. A good number of persons within the party, including major stakeholders. I think there was a meeting yesterday. The governor under the Progressive Governors Forum made their stance very clear that there should not be any consensus in the presidential primary. The majority are of the view that we should have indirect primary, and I agree with that. He said, speaking on the report of a possible Northeast candidate, Mr. Doka, who is a member of the Arewa Consultative Forum Youth Wing, said he is not in support of another northern presidency after the 8 years of Mr. Buhari in power. I have always said this, for us to get rid of that tag of born to rule mentality, we must now see ourselves as nationalists than regionalists. There is no reason why APC should zone its presidency to the north again, He said Mr. Doka also disclosed that the Tinubu'S team is worried about Muslim tickets. Hmm. The issue of Muslim tickets is something that has given us a lot of concerns. It is something we are deeply looking into, but as a political party, it is not a one-man decision. As always, the majority will have their way, and the minority will have their say, he said. Okay, there's fire on the mountain. There's no doubt about that. There is fire on the mountain. These guys want to really play them, especially the Asorock Cabal. And Buhari himself, they want to play the rest of them that really helps helps them to power. If the power brokers in APC adopts us conscious for electing his presidential candidate, they should say goodbye to Asorock in 2023. If anyone is thinking of consensus, he should perish such ugly thoughts from his skull. If it happens, what are you going to do? They will tell you, what are you going to do? Even by consensus, the greatest mistake APC will do will be not feeding Tinubu. Let the popular candidates emerge. You dey fear Tinubu ni. Who is afraid of zero scores on the primary? Everyone should go to the field and test its popularity. That is what is needed. Nothing like consensus. Since consensus may hold, but I think I quite like Tinubu to emerge because he has got the qualities required, especially administrative experience. Presidential election updates. Well, it shock you? He never starts to oppose blind, greedy, and unreasonable and myopic bunch of people. Consensus should be vigorously opposed. It is hanky panky. They are Why are they afraid of primary election? Nothing like consensus. If anyone has such thoughts, it should perish together with his stinking skull. But people forgot so soon that it was Tinubu who chaired the removal of his own brother Saraki. Now Lawal don't turn enemy now. Season 1, just the start. Hmm. Hmm. This statement is loaded. You know that they removed Saraki because they believed that Saraki was just too powerful and he played them. He was so smart on them. And they believed that it was Saraki that did not make APC to really try very well in their first tenure. So they removed him because he walked his way into the Senate. Now they put Lawal Gbajabiamila and see what is happening. It is the same Lawal now that they want to use against him. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.